Hey Sarah, how are you doing?
Fine, how are you?
I'm okay. What do you want to
Yeah,
say
it
to
was
us?
the sound was not that clear, but now it is working.
All right, what do you want to say to us?
Yeah, about that Akka,
Yeah,
uh, because you said that Allah changed the direction, right?
yeah. This is the command of Omar.
Uh-huh. But the thing is that actually Masjid al-Haram actually not in I mean in the Quran is it doesn't say Masjid al-Haram is in Saudi,
Say again. I didn't hear
right?
you. I didn't understand. So again.
Quran and Masjid al-Haram,
Uh-huh.
you know, but it is not written in the Quran. I mean, Masjid al-Haram is not in the Quran. Masjid al-Haram is in Saudi, right?
Yeah, I can agree with you, but the Muslims, when they speak about uh, that word, the second you use it, they claim that this is about the mosque in Mecca.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is what they say. So if you go in chapter
What did you
two,
say,
if you go in
sir?
chapter
Sorry, I
two,
could not hear.
huh?
What did you say? Can you say it again?
When the Muslim they mention the word Al Masjid Al Haram, they claim that this is about Mecca.
Hmm.
But I believe
Yeah.
this has have nothing to do with Mecca.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
who care what I believe? Muslim believe in something else, so I debate them about what they believe, not about what I believe.
Yeah, but my question is, I mean, where is this masjid? I mean, who- I'm trying to understand when it is not written in the Quran that it, I mean, that Masjid al-Haram is in Saudi. So then I wonder where it is written then,
Um,
right? In
I don't.
Hadith or what?
Yeah, in the Hadith there is, but in the Quran, like as an example, in chapter 5, verse number 97, it mentioned the cube and the house and the word haram. Three of them. All right?
Mm-hmm.
It mentioned three of them. So if you go to chapter 5, verse number 97, let me see if I can show it to you on the screen. You see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So if we go in the Quran here, Allah made the Kaaba the sacred house. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
here, it mentioned the sacred house. You see
Okay.
it? And mentioned specifically the word Kaaba.
Mm-hmm.
All right. However,
Yes.
I believe that even this one does not prove anything about Mecca. Why? Because there was a 26 Kaaba in the Arabian Peninsula. Doesn't mention anything about Mecca. Nowhere it says Mecca. Nowhere it says even the Arabian Peninsula. Nowhere it says Saudi Arabia. There's no mention. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. But again,
Um,
I debate
mhm.
Muslims about what they believe, not about what I believe. As an
Yes.
example, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you were listening to me. The Muslim they say like in chapter of Al Isra, which is the story about Muhammad going to the sky. Correct?
Yes.
Uh, in that story, the Muslim they claim that this is about Muhammad going to heaven, right?
Yes.
But nowhere here it mentioned the name of Muhammad at all, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Okay. Yeah.
only it's only in their addition in the fabrication of the Quran. The Quran in Arabic in front of us, nowhere we can find the word Muhammad. So how the
Yeah.
Muslim,
But
yeah,
Yeah, but if you ask, I mean, ask them, Muslims will say that the Quran was sent down to Prophet Muhammad,
Uh-huh.
so it is about him, refers to him.
No, no, no. I'm not talking about sent down. I'm talking about Muhammad journey to heaven. So how we know now this is Muhammad is the one who's taken to heaven? Where it says that? Nothing. It just said,
Huh?
praise be to the one who been taken at night. You see the word asra bi abdihi laylan? All right. So he took his servant at night. Who is the servant?
Mm, yeah, who is the servant?
Nowhere it says that this is Muhammad, correct?
Huh?
What is the name appear after it right away?
Musa, Moses.
Moses. Well, this is a story about Moses.
Yes.
Moses, who was with his people, were in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Allah, He commanded Moses. If you go to chapter 44, verse number 23, let us go there.
Mm-hmm.
He said to him, take your my servants away at night. Exactly the same sentence.
Yes.
So this is about the journey of Moses running from Egypt from the Pharaoh at night.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say the same? My servant at night. You see, it's exactly the same sentence in the other verse. Exactly.
Yes.
So Moses, he took his people at night, running
Mm-hmm.
away, and he crossed the sea. Now we go there, chapter 17.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere mention Muhammad. At night, the servant, he went at night from the Masjid al-Haram to the Masjid al-Aqsa.
Yes.
All right. The Aqsa, all of
Yeah.
us we knew. The
Mas,
Aqsa, the Aqsa is what? What is the Aqsa?
Aqsa, I don't know.
You don't know what Aqsa?
No, I don't.
Yeah, this is supposedly Masjid al-Aqsa. This is the temple of the Jews, the temple of Solomon.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah,
So
the
now what
Masjid
is the
al-Aqsa,
masjid?
right?
Huh?
Masjid al-Aqsa, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So now the
But
question is, the question will be,
sorry.
what is the Masjid al-Haram? You see, because now we have a trip between two directions from
Mm,
the Masjid al-Haram, which the Muslim they claim this is Mecca, and the
yes.
Masjid al-Aqsa. In the verse here, there's no way it mentioned that Muhammad went up to heaven. It just mentioned from Mecca to Aqsa, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There's no heaven. Okay. So this is must be a journey happen on earth. When God he met Moses,
Yes.
that location is the location which is called el, the sacred land, which is land nobody can pass.
Mm-hmm.
If they pass, they will perish. Why?
Mm-hmm.
For this is a holy ground. Like even the Moses and even the Quran mentioned here, other verse, which is taken from the Old Testament, but in their own way. So Allah He commanded Moses to take off his shoes. Why? Because this is a holy ground. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he said to
Yeah.
him, take off your shoes, chapter 20, verse number 12. So Moses he came from the side of the valley, and he heard a voice saying, like the Abdul, he said to me, the Lord, the one who called before you, the word Lord does not mean God. So he said, verily, I am your Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Take off your shoes. Correct?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
For you are in the sacred valley.
Mm-hmm.
That is Al Masjidul Haram, where you bow down to God, Moses. So going back to chapter 17 have nothing to do with Muhammad. It's about Moses, and the first name mentioned here is about Muhammad, about Moses, as you see.
Mm-hmm.
Allah, He commanded him, speaking of Moses going all the way from the sacred land, which is the land where Moses spoke to God.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
Muslim, they have different understanding.
Sure. Hmm. Yeah, you are right.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah. I understand. Yes.
Yeah. But however, when I talk to Muslims, I don't mention those things unless
Mm-hmm.
it's a Muslim who is willing to learn and willing to listen. Because I debate Muhammadan about their belief, not what I can see. So I simply, when I debate Muslims, I try to get them busted more than, doing a study.
Yes. I I actually want to ask another question.
All right. But do
Uh,
you agree with
I
me that this is really what's happening?
yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. What you said, yeah. I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
Second thing I want to say, Muslim. I mean, Muslims say that Abraham made. I mean, that Kaaba, right?
The Muslim, they say what? Ah, build the Kaaba. Yeah.
To build. I mean, the Kaaba.
Okay.
But is it anywhere in the Quran says that?
Yeah. Yeah. But did not mention really, uh, like exactly word by word. But let us go there. You see here, there's a confusion, and obviously the Quran is not a book reading in Arabic. I think somebody translated the Quran to Arabic language because what the Quran speak keep repeating the word bait, bait.
Hmm?
All right. If you go right now and search where Abraham he lived and what he did, you will find that Abraham he built a house, and this house is for the Lord, and that word is bait. Like in Israel right now, you go, you hear Beit Lahem, Beit
Hmm?
Lahem, right? Which means the house of a bread.
Yeah.
House of bread for what? For God. This is not a house of a man. His name is a bread. So like
Hmm?
they give a bread as a gift to God. For sure, God will not eat the bread. So the house of a bread, Beit Lahem, Beit Haniya, Beit etc. So what the Quran is saying that Abraham he raised the foundation of a house. It doesn't say where, and it cannot be Kaaba. How we know that? Even though the
Hmm?
Muslims they insist this is about the Kaaba, he was there. But if we go in the Quran, we will find that the Quran confirm that before Muhammad, no prophet was in Mecca ever.
Yes. Who was not in the Makkah?
No, no, nobody was before Muhammad in Mecca. No prophet. In
Hmm?
chapter 34, verse number 44 says, "And we had not given them scriptures which they could study, nor we sent them before you, Muhammad, a warner," which means a messenger or a prophet. You see it?
Yes.
So the first person who came to Mecca is who? Muhammad.
Yes.
So the story about Abraham is a lie.
Hmm. So you mean that only Muhammad was there?
Well, the Quran says that. I mean, this is not me saying that. The Quran is saying before you, Muhammad, there's nobody, no books. The verse is so clear, right? No books, no scriptures, no
Yes.
warners. If Abraham was there, according to Muslims, Abraham had books. If we go in the Quran, we will find this. It is. You receive a phone call. Hello. Maybe
Yes.
you receive a phone call. This music from your
كيفية
side?
علاج
No.
Oh, this is from where? Oh, this is a Muslim website. Okay, sorry. This is a commercial. Anyway, so I thought it's from yours, or from your side. The music is coming. So uh, if we go in the Quran, we were talking
Yes.
if if Abraham have books, the books of
Mhm.
Abraham and Moses are called Suhuf.
What is Soho?
Suhuf mean the Mushaf. The Quran is not a book actually. You see, the Quran, the word Mushaf is not a book. Mushaf mean pages. Suhuf mean pages.
Okay.
Okay, so chapter 87. You see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right. It says the scriptures of Abraham and Moses.
Mhm.
The Arabic says Suhuf Ibrahim wa Musa. So now we learn that Abraham and Moses both they have scriptures, correct?
Hello?
You don't hear me?
Oh, sometimes it is cutting.
All right. Do you hear me
Okay,
now?
now I hear you.
All right. So
Yes.
I'm saying, so now we understand and we confirm that the Quran confirm that Abraham and Moses both they have scriptures, correct?
Yes.
All right. So when Abraham he come to Mecca, the Muslim they say that Ishmael he stayed there, and even Ishmael he was a prophet
Mhm.
of Allah, correct?
Yes.
All right. So if Ishmael is the prophet of Allah and Abraham is a prophet of Allah, and both they give scriptures. So how the Quran is saying the people of Mecca never received scriptures and never had a warner before you? The only way for this to be accepted if Ishmael and Abraham never been in Mecca. Otherwise, that will be a clear contradiction.
Okay. Okay. So,
Are you convinced of what I said or not? Not so.
yeah, 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 of course.
Yeah, because the verse is so clear. We never gave them books, right, to study
Mhm.
it, and we never send them a warner. And it says it clearly before you. So Muslim cannot say they are talking about his time. His no. It says before you.
Yes.
Because Muslim might say, oh, he's talking about in his time, in his time. No, it says before thee. Before, that means before, whatever before is. All the time before you, nobody came here, no scriptures, no warners. So people of Mecca, they never have a warner from Allah. So the story of Abraham building the Kaaba and Ishmael is just a fabrication, and the Quran confirm that it is a lie.
Sometimes your voice is cutting.
Huh?
Sometimes your voice is cutting.
Okay, let me repeat again. I'm saying, so those verses confirm that Muhammad, he is not a person who is descended from Ishmael, because that proves that Ishmael never been in Mecca, correct?
Yeah.
If Ishmael was in Mecca and Abraham, well, Abraham and Ishmael, they will tell their people about worshiping God, warning them, right?
Yes.
There's no way they are just building a house. Okay, so if Ishmael and Abraham never been in Mecca, so how Muslim they claim that Ishmael is the father of Muhammad, or Muhammad is from Ishmael? So Ishmael never been in Mecca, Abraham never in Mecca, and Muhammad confirming that the people of Mecca never receive scriptures, never receive a warner before Muhammad.
Oh, okay. Mm.
But again, I debate Muslims about what they believe, not about what I see. So based on what they believe, it is Abraham who built the Kaaba. I like that. I have no problem with it because that will confirm that the Quran has a contradiction.
Okay, it is in the Quran that he did it.
Yeah, it's in front of you. Chapter 2, 127 says
Yeah.
it clearly. According to Muslim, this is the Kaaba. This is the Kaaba.
Well, but the thing is that okay, so it's okay. Just like remember when Ibrahim in the finish of the house of Kaaba in Mecca.
Islam, all of it is a theft. Islam, all of it is a theft. Stories from here, stories from the Jews, story from the Christians, stories from the Buddhists, story from the Sabian, stories from everywhere, you know.
Yes.
Legend, like, you know, when the Jews, they came to Muhammad, they told him, tell us about a prophet of Allah, his name is Zulqarnain.
Zul what?
Muhammad, a prophet, his name is Zulqarnain.
Okay, Zul Qurnayn, okay.
Uh-huh. Muhammad, because he is a fraud, he said, oh, those are the Jews. If they are saying he's a prophet, that means he's a prophet. So Muhammad, he went home and he spoke to two slaves who they are from Assyria, like Sam Shamoun. They are Assyrian slaves. They know Aramaic and they know many stories. He took the stories from them about
Mm-hmm.
Zulqarnain. They told him. He came, he could not answer them right away. This is why the Quran says, if you go in chapter 18, here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, verse number 83, and they ask you about Dhul So what they did, they asked him, hey Muhammad, tell us about Prophet Dhul The stupid Muhammad, he took the bait,
Mm-hmm.
and he now believed that he start making Quran saying that yes, Dhul is a prophet of Allah. And those two slaves, they gave him the story, which is written, fictional story by a person from Syria, which is about a real person, because Alexander the Great is a real person, but the story is fiction. It's like many stories in the world about Hercules, etc. The person is real, but the movie is fiction. So now, they are asking me about Zulqarnain. Say, I will recite to you some of his story. Who is talking? Allah. Suddenly, it is Allah who established for him in the earth. So he occupied the earth, all of it, all of it. And we gave him the mean of everything. So now this guy, he have every power you can imagine. So he followed away, okay, until he reached the sitting place of the sun, and he found it sitting in a spring of muddy, boiling water. And here Muhammad, he started boiling his poo.
Yes.
So the story, which is fiction, suddenly Muhammad, he make it a story from his God. And there is, he found where the sun set, he found it sitting in the muddy water, boiling water, a spring of water. And then he told Allah, as you see, he is a prophet of Allah. Hey Allah, what I should do with them? Shall I punish them? Those people don't believe, or be kind with them? And then he says, you know what? Zulqarnain receive a command from Allah, you know, and he said, but as
Mm-hmm.
for him who believe in Allah, oneness is between two brackets, by the way, it doesn't say all of this, and work and righteousness, he shall have the best reward. So, and then Zulqarnain, he changed his direction. So now he finished his direction. He arrived where the sun set. He found the sunset location, which is stupid to say. He found the city in a spring of water, which is boiling, which is more stupid to say. He changed direction and he kept going until he came to the rising place of the sun. So now what does that mean? He reached the setting place of the sun and now he reached the rising place of the sun. What does that mean? Do you understand? Sarah? Are you there? So guys, do you understand what does that mean? He reached, she lost connection. He reached the setting place of the sun, and now he reached the rising place of the sun. What does that mean? That means he occupied the whole earth, nothing left. Do you understand? Many people read, they don't notice really what this is talking about. So when he reached the setting place of the sun, that is a point of the end. That's it. He changed direction and now he reached the setting place, the rising place of the sun. So now he is controlling the whole earth. And now he is going between them. So now he took all the east, all to the west, but still there is no north and the south. He is going to go between them now. So he took another way, and then he arrived to an area where there is two, blocking ways, like mountains, or in fact, Saddain is not really a mountain. Saddain is like two dams. Around them, those dams, there is people who cannot understand the word. They are savage. He don't understand their language. He do not know what they are saying, and they are savage, barbaric. So, and as you see, who hardly they can understand the word. They are stupid people. But then suddenly you see that those people are really smart. The Quran is just a stupid book. Suddenly they said to him, O Zulqarnain, verily Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Gog and Magog, are doing great mischievement in the land. Shall we pay you tribute in order to might you eradicate a barrier between us and them? How you just say they are stupid and hardly they can understand the word? Suddenly they are engineers. Do you see the stupidity? So suddenly the idea of building a wall between us and Gog and Magog, it was the idea of those people who hardly can understand the word. And then Zulqarnain, and look how funny it is, they will pay him. The guy, he is the king who occupied him. What pay him? I mean, imagine a king, he occupy your land. You say him, shall we pay you, please, to build a... What, is he a contractor? This is a king. He's coming with his massive army. What pay him? And then he told them, okay, give me iron, copper, and let us build a dam so we can make a wall between us. And then Muhammad, he start adding more flavor and spices to the story. So he claimed that Gog and Magog, they keep digging every day until they see a hole in the wall. But then they go back to sleep. They come back second day. Allah, he close it. And this is why until now we cannot see them. Until one day, the Gog and Magog, they will say, when they see this hole, their leader will say, hey, listen, Abdul, tomorrow, inshallah, we continue the work. Now, because they said, inshallah, Allah will not close the hole. Oof. Maybe we should continue tomorrow with more of the story of Gog and Magog so we can laugh more. Someone want to talk to me? Who?